Kenny Holds, like we always do at this time on a Monday night. My man, how you doing?
You already know, man. I go for mine. I got the shine. Guess what? It's dead ass cold in the motherfucking towns.
Oh, it's brick outside, my man. If you live in New York and Northeast, it is fucking brick outside.
Hey,
I don't even know what the temperature is, but I just know, bro, it's December has said, yo, I'm here. All that other shit y'all were talking about the last couple of months. Fuck all that. I'm here. It's my time. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Is brick. You know how cold it is? If someone said, yo, what's the weather? Brick. That's
nah,
it. I'm not giving you 39, 40, 27. Brick.
nah, man. It's either
Fucking
brick
brick.
or it's either Randy. It's either brick or oh nah.
Yo, now is it mad brick or is it dumb brick?
Dumb brick.
Oh, wrong sound effect. That. There you go. All right.
Dumb brick or oh nah. Oh nah. Don't
Oh
even ask
nah,
me.
yo, it's cold outside. Oh
Nah.
nah, chill.
Yeah.
uh so anyway, follow my boy Kenny Holt on social media at Kawabunga_K_E_N. Myself, Rainy J Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music, and most importantly, go to youtube.com/cruise control podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. I think we're about 635 YouTube subs. So listen,
Yeah.
like I've been saying, it may
Yeah.
not sound like a lot to y'all, but it's a lot to us as we slowly are getting to the 700 mark. Obviously, hopefully 800 and 900 and 1,000, and we up and running. So we thank each and every one of you for supporting us. We're doing this live on X and YouTube. So anybody got questions, comments, or feedback, like always, regarding Raw tonight, SmackDown on Friday. We got Saturday night main event coming up this Saturday. John Cena's final match will be against Gunther this Saturday. But a lot to get to from Raw. I'm gonna get the third man on the show. My man Terrence Watson in the building. Let me get him situated. My man Terrence Watson, Lower East Scribe. My man, how you doing?
Yo, it's your boy LES. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking
My
like your
man said
man
the
about to
L
get
tonight.
rewritten off.
Yo, you saw that, right? I was like, damn,
Man.
he just get a little vacation. That's all. You know what I
A
mean? He been
little
going hard for like
vacation. A little vacation.
A little,
3 years, you know.
nah.
They
But,
gave
all
him
right.
the ricochet vacation.
You
I
can
hope not. Let's not
Terrence
go that
Watson
far.
at Lower East Scribe. We're gonna go. Excuse me. We're gonna go all over the place. From Raw, SmackDown, Saturday main event, whatever happened over the weekend. Um, hey, let's start. Matter of fact, can we do this proper? Damian Malcolm, and here lies LA Knight. Okay.
Damn.
Crazy.
Brendan Butler, salute you, man. Reporting for duty. Mike Larry, I see you, man. You've been going crazy, but yeah, I see you. I'm not gonna put that up. You never know who's watching, but fellas, so LA Knight getting written off. It is December 8th. How long do you see? When would you, if this is a written off situation?
Yeah.
As Kenny fumbles the microphone live,
Yeah.
if this is the written off situation? Would you keep him off to the Rumble? The Rumble's the end of January. So through the holiday, through the new year, bro, we take time off, your vacation. We're gonna plug you back in to the Rumble. I think that's a suffice time frame for LA Knight to maybe repackage himself or do something different. Like, what's up?
Think, that was my first guess. I was like, okay, my man's getting the Jade Cargill treatment on the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing, like, yo, like you either bring him out at Rumble, or maybe you make him like, I know there's usually like some sort of like match or like tournament, right? Like to get into Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, they probably do those.
Like the mystery guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then we have
or
him
qualifying matches. That's
right.
better.
Yeah, they do a qualifying match, so maybe he'll be like the outlined qualifying match.
Exactly.
But I mean, when you think about it, LA Knight been ever since his own ascension that he kind of forced, which I know we all kind of give him his props for.
Mm-hmm.
It's been about 3 years almost of him just like making a meteoric rise kind of on his own. So
Yeah.
That being said, I think we all kind of understand like it just never looked like
Mm-hmm.
the writers had anything in mind for him right now. So what better time than to just use him as a lightning rod for the Vision? You know what I mean? To make them look like even more menacing by taking somebody in the heavyweight title contenders contention out of the picture.
Yeah.
And then just give him a little vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like let him come back.
Yeah.
My guess is Elimination Chamber. When is Elimination Chamber? Remind me.
February.
Yeah, let him come back because I feel like January is not long enough to really. From now, it's not long enough to miss him.
So the Rumble was January 31st.
Right.
So we are a month, and my math is terrible. A month and 23 days away from the Royal Rumble. So 31, 23, do the math, so 50 plus days of him not being. You figure how many TV times that is, but like at least 10,
Roughly.
something like that. Maybe he's
8.
not around. In real time, it's like a month and a half.
Exactly.
I mean, it could be the Rumble, but
I feel like that's too predictable. That's what I'm saying. I think like if you want a real pop, let him have the time off, let him rest, whatever. Bring him back at Elimination Chamber. But if you do that, you gotta let him win in the Elimination Chamber. You can't come back.
So you're trying to tell me they're gonna write him off, vacation time, come back, and he's supposedly gonna either win the Rumble or Chamber and be in one of the main event spots at WrestleMania.
I just feel like what else would you do? I mean, that's what happened with Jade. Jade had her little with Naomi, right? But like eventually she came back and it was like, oh, well, look, now she's champion. So I kind of feel like I also look at it like LA Knight's in a now or never position. Because they are bringing up the next generation, you know what I'm saying? Like
quickly.
Right. So it's like if we don't get him with a gold belt or even like an IC belt at some point soon, I don't know that it will make sense to have him do that. And he still is viable. He still is a key part, in my opinion, of the storylines. But I saw somebody tweet something earlier too before you chime in. I saw somebody tweet something like where it was like, damn, and now it makes sense. But it was like, damn, like so you take him out of the conversation for Survivor Series, because he already had the feud with the Vision.
Yeah.
And then you bring him right back into the feud with the Vision tonight. But now we know why, right? Like now it makes sense. But it's like, damn.
A quick sidebar, because we already have 135 people who have tapped in so far in the first 8 minutes of the show. We want to thank you guys. Appreciate you for supporting us. Any questions, comments, and feedback you have, hit us up in the chat. Before Kenny chimes in about the whole LA Knight stuff, since I have 135 people, I guess here stop by. We're planning something very big for this show sometime this week. Could involve Terrence, could involve Kenny, or my guy Graham Matthews, looking to tape something with a certain individual. So it's still being mapped out. It looks like everything's gonna be all good, but you know me, man. I believe it when it happens. So we're trying to do something very cool for y'all. Very special interview. We should be getting it done this Thursday or Friday. So just if it does come out, just go ahead and support us, man. Try to make these head waves, because people are watching, people are noticing. So that's all that matters. Oh, I forgot to put the fan on. All right, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me like 1 second, all right? 1 second.
I'll let Kenny chime in. Kenny, what do you think about this LA Knight situation? What's on your mind?
Yo, man. With Knight, man, it's just like, first off, respect to it, because like you said, man, what, 3 years? LA Knight's been like a consistent workhorse. The man's been almost fighting on every card. He's been in almost every different feud, every title bout. The man's won the U.S. title, and the man has just been, giving us interesting, promos. We just been saying, yeah, everywhere we go, but it's just you see, like, they're giving him the vacation, they're writing him off. So Knight just going on a little hiatus. He had this little back and forth he always has with Bronson Reed. He had it with Punk. The whole vision. He's been getting all these strays. The man's just been fighting. I mean, scrapping from SmackDown to Raw. Little PLEs. Like the man, I think I saw something on Twitter. The man has had like he was either in the top 10 or 5 regarding most matches out of 2025 or 2024. So the man's always had a matches. Now, the outcome, he's never probably succeeded a lot more, accomplished a lot. But I think, with this is probably going to make us, they'll appreciate you when you're gone. We just want better for Knight. We just don't like the angle that he's being tossed right now. That he's just been given a lot of you almost had it, a lot of fishing rods. Hey, you're almost there, but take it back. But credit to your point, T. I think that maybe don't give him the IC title. He has to go for the big heavy title. He has to get a world heavyweight title. It can't be like respect to the IC title, US title. We want him to win the big heavyweight title, the big boy title, and that will only happen either now, especially now they're doing this write-off. It could either be at Saturday Night Main Event. I mean, not Saturday Main Event, excuse me. Elimination Chamber, i.e. No Way Out, or give him that big pop at Royal Rumble, but it has to be somewhere here. WrestleMania will be too big, too long, but it would just be a good lead up. Do something regarding Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber that we'll see LA Knight go. Now, does he turn? Does he switch? But like they did Jay Cargill, well, that's what we want.
A few things. So LA Knight going on vacation. Okay. Ice, I see you. Sorry for the delay. I forgot to put the fan on the camera. Daniel, someone I know called LA Knight the modern day Zack Ryder, and I finally see it. Damn, man. I don't know about Zack Ryder. Bro. Hold up, Daniel. But Triple H said good things come to those who wait in 2023 for LA Knight. Well, maybe he's still waiting. Bro, it happens. Like it just Brendan.
Real quick too. My bad. There was something you said. I didn't mean to cut up the guys.
Yeah,
I appreciate the chat. Thank you for the 135. It's all one.
Yeah, 170 now. 170.
170. Yeah. 170, 143. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. You feel me? But what up? I just didn't want to forget this though.
What up?
Because that made me think about something, like the whole, good things come to those who wait. And then, Randy, you made a super valid point of like we can't see him get anything else. The whole normal trajectory of like US title to IC title to gold belt just won't make sense now. And you know what? I'm gonna take back what I said real quick, Randy. Maybe he doesn't show up at Survivor Series. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he doesn't show up at Elimination Chamber. You know what I mean? Like maybe because I take it. Or you know what? Let's walk it back. I'll say that he does. I'll say that, Braun Breaker gets his first WrestleMania main event, right? Like, and he's wearing the gold belt. That I feel like that's what's going to happen. And what if we get an LA Knight versus Braun Breaker moment? You know what I mean? I don't know. It might be cool. And if not that, the only other time I could see him coming back, and if it's not that, like let's say we wait for, I don't know, CM Punk and Braun Breaker to get it cracking at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. The only other thing that would make sense to me for booking, for like you said, Kenny, like, give them a little bit of time. Let us miss you. Let them come back. Let them win Money in the Bank, because the last Money in the Bank, everyone thought he had it. and it looked like, oh, okay, finally, LA Knight gets something. Imagine LA Knight walking around with the Money in the Bank, talking shit, talking crazy, all the promos we would get out of that. And then we get the match with him and Braun Breaker say at SummerSlam. Yo, now we get the match that we really deserve. Now he gets his opportunity to get a little shine. He holds the gold belt. Because I think that they see the value in him. I mean, he's in Slim Jim commercials, right? Like they know that there's something there. It's just, the long-term storytelling. My bad. I didn't mean to cut off the commentators. It was, pressing. This is my guy.
So a few things. A different ice. Any of y'all going to Cena's final match? No, none of us are. None of us will be in DC. We'll be there in spirit doing the live show, the podcast after for this Saturday. Real quick, Brendan. They seem to be stacking up for a multi-tag team match on both male and female divisions. What's the speculation? All right, I'm gonna put that on hold. Back to LA Knight real quick. Am I the only one that's seeing like, hey, I could see, okay, Royal Rumble, January 31st. Elimination Chamber, February 28th. And Terrence mentioned, excuse me, Money in the Bank. That is September 6th. So they're not keeping him out all the way to the Money in the Bank. I know that for a fact. Could he win Money in the Bank when that time comes? I can see that. The return of LA Knight. Early Rumble, okay. Chamber, does that mean he's in the chamber? Does he cost someone the chamber match? Because from what I see today, if I'm wrong, tell me, I think they're setting up WrestleMania already. And I think they're probably going to put him and Logan Paul in that spot. Braun Breaker is going to be occupied with CM Punk or Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. What does Bronson Reed do? Could he get LA Knight? Maybe. But I think the more money match would be LA Knight and Logan Paul at WrestleMania. And they starting this up now. Plus you add the Attacker, which we don't know who this guy is. He's another major focal point, and we'll go there now, who came out twice tonight. Don't know who he is. Everybody's speculating. Austin Theory, El Grande, Montez Ford, anybody who can climb a fucking cage and do what he did at War Games is being speculated because they just don't know who should be the Attacker, right? So now when you add that to the equation, could the Attacker start beef with someone to set up a WrestleMania match going forward? I think it's LA Knight and Logan Paul. And this time to write off LA Knight, yo, bro, he's been going at it. I see him every week. So it's time for LA Knight, yo, take you off TV. The heart grows fonder when you return. So you are going to get that, oh, LA Knight, a big pile. Okay, cool. It's just, all right, what is he coming back for? It has to be Logan or Bronson. They just fucked him up on the card a half hour ago. So it has to be one of those two for a return WrestleMania kind of match. And I think it's Logan Paul and LA Knight. But what does that mean for Bronson Reed? I don't know. That's the major question, because we know Braun Breaker is going to be very occupied. Just a matter of who. LA, I think, is Paul. Bronson. I mean, Bronson's got to be part of WrestleMania. I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
how.
I don't know.
Tag team. I don't know.
The only question I have to that is,
Terry, real quick. But he said, what about LA Knight being the King of the Ring? The King of the Ring is probably before Money in the Bank, because if you win the King of the Ring, if they keep it, you get a championship match at SummerSlam.
Facts.
So you could do that, or have I got the Money in the Bank. I can cash in on anybody, anytime, any place, which I think it'll be for the World Heavyweight Champion, whoever that may be at that particular time. But yeah, King of the Ring could be something. Bronson Reed, LA Knight would be a fire Mania match. I think LA and Logan Paul could be fire.
I agree. I hear you, Ice, and I like that.
Because the promo is going to be dope. You need someone to spar with back and forth. And I think LA and Logan will be better than LA and Bronson Reed.
And it's not that they wouldn't. My only challenge to that is we've had it already twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we've had 2 LA Knight versus Logan Paul.
Oh, we did already?
Yeah. Remember, because that was the US title. That was their series there. So I'm like, now they're gonna go at it again for no title. Now
so Logan beat LA.
No, Knight beat Logan, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so
and I want to say didn't they have like it was a little bit of a series like that. I want to say they wrestled a few times. So I'm just like, I feel like the Bronson Reed route, particularly because Bronson's the one who did the tsunami to him on the card. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not gonna get a little bit of lick back with Logan Paul too, but it just makes a little bit more sense to give him someone like Bronson Reed, especially if Bronson Reed who technically is the one who took him out.
Iceman Logan could get somebody else. They like putting him in there versus interesting people. And interesting meaning celebrity type. So all right, so let's say Logan Paul is a celebrity type of spot. Is it LA Knight and Bronson Reed? Well, to be fair, it might be because he's the one that squashed him on the fucking car. So yeah. Well, all right, LA and Bronson Reed could be something.
I say, Randy, we hope we give that WrestleMania match, but then we tweak it because you try to. I could see LA Knight saying this. Bronson Reed, you try to take me out. You beat me while I couldn't stand. You try to get me while I wasn't standing. You try to take me out from that. I'll see you at WrestleMania in a last man standing match. Put it here first. A last man standing match between LA Knight, Bronson Reed. Knight has never been in a match like that. I mean, he's been in a Money in the Bank, but something like that to up the ante of a WrestleMania versus a regular singles match.
Mm-hmm.
That would draw pretty good.
Yeah, and to Terrence's point is, all right, what do you do from there? Is LA Knight on the trajectory of a King of the Ring, of a Money in the Bank, which I think it could happen? Because by the time either Punk, Braun Breaker is the world heavyweight champion by that time, could he cash in on a Braun Breaker? Could he cash in on a CM Punk? I don't know any other people who would be championed by the springtime when Money in the Bank is happening, or King of the Ring. So, I mean, we'll see you soon, LA. We got time to figure this out of what's the next chapter for him, because the way they were doing it now is like, to Kenny's point, it sounds easy. Yo, he should be champion, but it's like, all right, excuse me, look who's in front of you. It's a lot of contention.
Mm-hmm.
And just right now, the current time it's not looking good for him. Once that dials down and the smoke clears, all right, LA Knight can boom. Now it's my shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Brendan, Brock is going to have a hand in this somewhere. I want to see Brock, Bronson, and Braun triple threat at Mania now that they've put him in the same vicinity. I think Brock is getting Gunther at Mania.
Brock,
one, because I see it all the time, and two, he can continue this legend killer type vibe of beating Goldberg and retiring John Cena. Hey, Brock, you know what? Because what is Brock doing at Mania? We know it ain't for the title.
No.
Give him Gunther.
Do you think he beats Gunther? Does he go over?
I
don't think he should. I think Gunther should go over.
Gunther go over on Brock? You think? Well,
and listen, we've seen Brock.
Well, he lost to Cody.
You don't mind taking L's.
He lost to Cody. Yeah. Okay.
Twice
to Cody. So.
And he lost to Goldberg in 12 seconds, whatever it was.
We're not talking about that.
And he lost to Roman mad times.
He did.
He lost. No, he beat Omos, right?
Yeah, he did. He beat Omos at Mania.
He lost to Seth in the opening match of 35.
True.
So Brock would do that. Of course, Brock would do that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, I guess the better way to ask the question is, would it be okay? We get that one off and it continues Gunther's legend killer, or would it be? But this one's a little different. You're gonna have to earn this one. You know what I'm saying, Gunther, and you guys are gonna get a little bit of a back and forth. So maybe Brock beats him the first time, and then Gunther comes back and actually retires him. You know what I mean? Like they put because what if Brock beats him and then they do the whole Shawn Michaels bit, right? Like I know I could, but it just kind of almost in reverse because Shawn lost both times.
And that could work because we're not saying we have no info if Brock is going to retire soon this year, but they have the SummerSlam coming up in Minneapolis. So a year ago, they were saying, "Oh, if Brock were to retire, his last match would be in Minnesota." That's where he's from and stuff like that. All right, so now
it's like let Gunther lose this one, right? And then like Gunther challenges him again and says like I can beat you and have him retire on him in SummerSlam.
Or somehow you get no finish, you protect both, and then you run it back. Because Brock ain't gonna be on SmackDown every week or Raw every week, so we gotta tease it. Could you hold off to SummerSlam? I don't know, but if that's what's gonna happen, Gunther is gonna be on this ride of retiring Goldberg, retiring John Cena, because he's gonna win on Saturday. I mean, if John wins, I'm not mad. I just think to build Gunther up more, he's got to walk out with the W.
The General Killer. I mean,
I like it, Kenny. The General Killer.
The General Moving Company, the little guy, little General.
No.
Say sometime. I don't know that fucking.
Yeah, but nah. Sorry.
Brendan, remember Gunther already took an L to CM Punk, so a loss wouldn't exactly hurt him.
Yeah, he took the loss at SummerSlam. That's right.
Hey, he lost. So he lost to Punk. He lost to obviously Jey Uso at WrestleMania.
He got
tapped out. He lost since CM Punk.
So yeah.
Hey, if you lose to Brock, hey man, it's Brock Lesnar, but he might be on that. Yo, I could beat you one more time. You know what? Put your career on the line.
Right.
Some shit like that, and that's how you get.
We haven't gotten a good career on the line match in a long time.
Oof.
Career on the line.
Not in the E. We haven't gotten.
Let me see. Last time.
Was it Mick Foley? Was it Cactus Jack and Triple H No Way Out 2000?
Trying to see. Obviously, we had Shawn and Taker at WrestleMania 26.
The greatest on the line match.
Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania.
But the Ric Flair was
retired. Okay,
prior.
True.
WWE career match last. Come on, buddy. Can't type this shit.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a good way for Brock to go out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And just kind of ride out into the sunset. Like you said, he's in Minnesota. I don't know. I just don't see the guy's got to be knocking on 50, right? Like, and this generation's like OGs have very much learned from OGs of the past. None of them want to wrestle past like 55. I think the only one who said he wants to wrestle that long, even that long, is Randy Orton.
Yeah.
But 55 is like the cap. Like he doesn't want to. I think that's everybody else is like, no, I'm out. Like they want to be able to walk and whatnot.
Brock is 48.
Right. So I don't know when his birthday is, but yes, he's knocking on 50. I think he's smart enough to know, like, all right.
40. July 12th. He'll turn 50 in 2 years.
Man.
And Gunther is 30.
By SummerSlam, will he be 49 by SummerSlam then?
Yeah, because SummerSlam's in August, so he'll be 49 by the time that rolls around.
Might be time to hang it up
for Gunther.
And it just kind of it's a new streak. You know what I mean? Like now Gunther has a streak of like he becomes the the legend killer. He becomes the retirement guy. The fan in me wants to see John Cena win just because I'm hating Gunther more and more, which means he's doing his job.
Yeah.
But storyline wise, I feel like John's got to look up at the lights, man. He's got to look up at the lights.
Damn. Then what? Like the ceremony, whatever after? Like,
I think John's coming out first.
No, I did see that, but then I think he's the main event. I think because as you see, and we'll, again, we're bouncing around, but Saturday main event is, according to Cena, is something they what he wanted of having like the current people against the future NXT people. So as of right now, we know Gunther and John Cena. You're getting Cody Rhodes and Oba Femi, the brand new NXT champion.
Dang.
Say it, Kenny. What are we cooking with?
Grease and oil, Crisco, Lowry's, onion pepper, adobo. We cooking with curry. We cooking with hot ganja, man. I don't care. Put it in. We ain't putting it in.
Hey, see, right
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Hey, no. Come on.
You was on a roll.
Okay, you had it, bro.
You gotta slow down for a second.
Hold on.
Fucked it up.
What I say?
Bro, you know what you said.
Nah.
I'm not repeating that. I'm not repeating. Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Yo, nah, but Oba Femi versus Cody Rhodes. Man, I can't wait for that. There've been a lot of discourse online about like who should take the pin because Cody doesn't lose anything and it just builds up Oba. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really. I'm a little bit torn. I could see it either way. I just think it has to be like a 10, 15-minute match. Like it has to be a real, maybe even a 20-minute match. You know what I mean? Like it has to be a real substantial.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody's got to get an ass whooping. Like regardless of whether he loses or not, he's got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to really believe in Oba.
So as we tape this right now, the card for this Saturday is only 4, which just happens to be in the wheelhouse of what they do now. Cena Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Oba Femi, just a non-title match. Bailey and Sol Ruka. So Sol Ruka is coming from NXT. And then a tag team match with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee against Javon Evans and Leon Slater. So those are the only 4 matches currently for this Saturday in John Cena's final match ever on Peacock. So it's 4. Daniel, that was wild, beloved. Brendan, I think if they're gonna put Gunther over, he should turn face by the end of the match.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, please. No.
How would he be face
I don't think
after beating? Well, unless John does the handshake and all that, like raise the hand and like passing the torch kind of thing. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Gunther's gonna be what he is for quite a minute, because even if he gets Brock, I don't want Gunther being a good guy against Brock. He's bad guy. Let Brock be the good guy or tweener in the gray area and let Gunther rock out.
Or let 2 heels who hate each other just go at it and cause fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
I think like the point is that Gunther's becoming the best heel in the business. You know what I mean? Like the menacing, cerebral assassin 2.0, if you will. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta just let him, he's building that. Don't lose that steam. Don't lose all that effort of him crushing your childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like literally taking out all your superstars. Like he needs to just be that, like the pure asshole, the guy who beat up Jimmy, you know what I mean? And made his brother watch within hand's reach. Like that was menacing. To this day, that's one of the best, I feel like, heel spots. I don't of all time is hard to throw around, but he literally made Jay watch while he handcuffed him and made his brother bleed in front of him. I don't want him to be a good guy ever. I just want him to be this, Eastern European asshole. Like, you know what I mean? He feels like an 80s movie, Chuck Norris, Sly Stallone villain. Like that's who he should be.
The Jean Claude.
Yeah, but the evil version.
Oh boy. Brendan, I think Cena going down the same way Goldberg did would be just gross. Nah, this gonna be like 10, 15.
he won't get cut off like Goldberg. I'll tell you that.
No, they will extend the programming because it's Peacock. You can go because I think the Goldberg one was still on NBC. If I'm wrong, someone fact checked it. But now, if there's no NBC involved, you can extend the show to whenever you want. So is Cena, he should get the pomp and circumstances at the end if he chooses to do so. But Gunther's gonna walk out as the winner, still heel, and on to bigger and better things for him going forward. Speaking two more things from Raw. Okay, so did we? All right, real quick. What do we think about the attacker? Oh, is it Theory? Is it Montez Ford? Is it somebody else? We saw him twice. Still no reveal. Like, when should the reveal of the masked man take place? I don't think it's going to be anywhere in the calendar year of 2025. I think maybe the Raw debut that Barclays could be the first option in Brooklyn. Who we got? Theory, Montez, somebody else? Who should it be?
By the way I was looking at it, bro, like just like how like some like mannerisms, I think it might be Tez. I'm thinking it might be Tez. I know I said Theory, but I'm thinking I'm siding with Tez, and I think we're gonna get to reveal the first Raw into the new year in Brooklyn. I think we're gonna get that.
Perfect.
I think that's gonna be the big reveal. We don't want to prolong it. It's gonna be some shenanigans that's gonna happen. That heavyweight title match, like he's only helping out the Vision the whole time, but he hasn't allowed himself win it with them. So I think it's gonna be some shenanigans on that January 5th Raw, and we're probably gonna get the reveal there.
And what is it? Theory?
I think it's Tez.
Oh, I'm bugging Montez. I saw Theory in the comments. I knew. Okay, so you're going with Montez.
Yep, January 5th, Montez Ford.
Terrence Manube is saying, I still think it's Austin Theory. A lot of people still feel that way, but they can pivot. They can pivot. Do you think they should?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna throw something out there that I don't think we've really considered. What if it's both of them? Because the first time it did look like Austin Theory a lot more than it did Tez. I feel like his stature was a little like his shoulders were a little wider than he was tall. But tonight, this guy was like a little bit more slender, obviously still muscular, right? Like you see muscle definition under, but it didn't look like it looked a little bit like different. And I'm thinking like, yo, like there's no reason it can't be both. What if it was just one person? They saw like how people reacted and was like, actually, this is our opportunity to throw them both in the fucking Vision. And I for one would kind of be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like this way, particularly because you look at it like, Seth is out and he's out for real, right? And we don't know how long he's out till, right? It gives the Vision even more energy. It gives it even more, juice. Especially with Braun Breaker is now probably the de facto leader, right?
Yeah.
And you get a real true faction. You know what I mean? It's not Four Horsemen is one, but I'm saying it's not mimicking that, right? Like it just becomes, oh, okay, now we got 5. Now we can get a tag team and we can get, the heavy, and maybe he goes after the big boy belt, he being Braun Breaker. You know what I mean? And maybe one of the other, like now you can like divide it up. I know that they most likely won't do the whole, oh, this faction controls everything ever again. Mm-hmm. But you never know. I mean, they low-key kind of did it with the bloodline, the OG bloodline, right? Like they had all the tag teams. They, Roman had both belts, which ended up meaning they had to unify it. Like, so I don't know. I feel like if ever there was an opportunity to push both Theory and Montez Ford, this is it. You know what I mean? And it might be the make or break point. So maybe this is it. Maybe they heard us and they're like, yo, actually, it's both of them.
That would be interesting. because say, hey man, it's not just one person out here; it's two of them. Like it could be one person at Survivor Series, one person in the beginning of Raw, then one person at the end of Raw. Like, hey man, who's the real guy? So if the vision in a fantasy land is a Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Montez Ford, and Austin Theory with Paul Heyman. Now you got yourself like, oh shit, we're pretty much locked in. Like to replace Seth Rollins, it's like three people. Logan, Montez, and fucking it's like a trade. You want Giannis? You want Giannis? All right, let me get 1, 2, 3, and cash and a draft.
I'm gonna need OG. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna need Josh Hart with his baby in his lap. You know what I mean? I need everybody.
Chris Paul veto trade 2011.
Chris Paul, great.
Yeah,
that's a different combo. The Chris Paul stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but I feel you though, Randy. Like to your point, like to replace the energy of somebody who can be the workhorse champion to carry the show of Raw. Maybe you do need that, and it almost that void opened an opportunity, right? I know you guys would know this because what was the name of Paul Heyman's faction back in WCW that had like a very young Steve Austin? Wasn't Diesel? I know Medusa was in it, right?
I know. I want to see if Kenny knows it.
I feel like y'all would know it. I can't think of the name. I'm picturing all the faces because pretty much everybody he had in the faction was like a little too early. Rude. Yeah, right. Except for Rick Rude. I think he was the only like real true.
I'm stuck on man.
Established wrestler. But go ahead, Randy. I feel like you got it. You know this one.
The Dangerous Alliance.
The Dangerous Alliance.
That alliance. I didn't know what the beginning was.
Yeah.
Who was in it? You remember? Who was all the people?
Off rip. I know Austin.
Diesel.
Okay, hold on. You said Dangerous Alliance?
Yeah.
Nah, it was Austin.
I know Medusa was in it. Or Alundra Blaze.
Rick Rude.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't Pillman. Probably a tag. There's got to be a tag team in there. That's why I can't spell. Dangerous Alliance. Here we go. All right, here we go. Doing some research live on the show. First of all, while we take a little break, 225 people have tapped in the 40 plus minutes. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Anybody got questions, comments, or feedback regarding Raw tonight, SmackDown on Friday, and the upcoming Saturday night's main event this Saturday? Hit us up in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe, trying to get these numbers up. The Dangerous Alliance members. It's a lot of people.
NWO
WCW. Okay. Paul Heyman, Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, Larry Zbyszko, Medusa, Michael P.S. Hayes, Rick Rude, and Steve Austin.
Damn.
That was I knew it was just like nothing but legends. You know what I mean?
World champions, Hall of Famers, like obviously Stone Cold stands out as the biggest.
But the mistake that they did, and obviously hindsight's 2020, right? Is that they didn't let that faction really brew and like really mean something in WCW. This could also be that opportunity to like right that wrong, so to speak, and like let Paul Heyman bring a whole new generation that are that could one day be as big as anyone. You know what I mean? As big as anyone's ever been in the business. I think if you look at who he has right now, they're all the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
5-10 years from now, they will be the faces. They will be carrying it. So, yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Brendan, WWE dropped a Dean Ambrose match replay on the Vault channel. Little chance it's him, but just leaves one curious. Moxley? Oh, imagine that.
So Moxley coming up the stage, like climbing up that cage like that?
No. I mean, that would be fire, but I don't think it's.
Respectfully, I don't think it's Mox.
Tommy Invincible. Okay. Noob, Dangerous Alliance. Yeah, we got that part. All right, Noob, your favorite part. The women's tag division is on fire, but the Kabuki Warriors they're on a losing streak, ever since the heel turn happened and the Oscar and Io story is beginning to lose some steam. Yeah, because they began it a while back and just haven't paid it off. Like, I don't know what they're waiting for, but they are ramping up the tag team division. They
Yeah.
are also ramping up the men's tag team division that we saw earlier tonight on Raw. How do you guys feel about the Usos just saying, all right, no more singles run for now. We're going to go back to what we know, back to the well of being a tag team. And like from a writer standpoint, is it the right move to put the Usos back together and be in a tag team situation? Or do you feel like they're going back to the well too many times? Because also in the ring is the New Day. So like, all right, we've seen this movie plenty of time, but you got AJ and Dragon Lee here. It's cool, but everybody's focus is on the Usos and the New Day. So like, are you happy the Usos are back together and in the tag team role? And how do you think it should play out and not feel like we've seen a movie before with them and New Day already?
I mean, they haven't really done anything with the New Day, right? So this kind of gives us a little bit of like, okay, well, at least they'll have some importance again. Let them squabble it out, and the number one contenders match kind of situation. But I'll be honest, man, I don't think it's ever the wrong move unless one of them has like a title, an individual, a singles title. It's never a wrong move to put the Usos together, man. Like it always draws, it always pops. Jay had a great run. Jimmy even had an interesting run. I thought he could have been the U.S. champion. I would have loved to have seen that. Not that it's too late, but that would have been cool. That would have been interesting to me. They were a little quick with Jimmy's championship runs, right? I feel like we all thought like, damn, like, can he get a real run? But to that point, sometimes they perform better together. You know what I mean? Like as the Usos, as they just got it. I feel like they're already a top 10 tag team of all time in WWE. And so I don't see anything wrong with putting them back together, particularly because we know, you wasn't going to get anything higher than a world heavyweight championship out of either of them, particularly obviously Jay, right? Like you wasn't going to put the real belt on him. So, you put the gold belt on him, which is awesome, right? He was able to achieve that, attain that. It elevated him. It's only going to make them even stronger as a tag team. But I feel like it's real heavy at that spot right now. So in order to kind of spread the wealth and spread the interest, let's bring the Usos back. So it makes sense to me.
Yeah. So Kenny, answer this. When you're watching that, when you watch how the Usos come out, do the yeet, everybody's happy, and we tag team or whatever. I remember last week on Raw, Jey Uso was crashing out, like frustrated. This is bullshit. I'm losing. I can't win nothing. You go from that to him coming out with Jimmy today, Usos, all that stuff. We back. Does it really explain the crash out? Like, all right, how do we get from here to there? Was he just having a bad day, or felt like, damn, I can't do this single shit no more. I gotta go back with the brother. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, what the story of why we are here together when he just crashed out last week.
Well, when if you saw tonight, they came out, Jimmy got on the mic and he basically just said Jay's, accomplishments, and he called out, hey, my big brother, he had this, he lost that, he lost this, he lost Cena's last match. You just see Jay there, like, I was waiting for Jay to look at him like, damn, motherfucking shit, damn, all right, I lost, damn.
All right, bro, shut up.
Nick, I ain't motherfucking shit. But yeah, man, I think really, you could just see it in Jay's face, when Jimmy was talking, we see the Usos reunited, but something in me, something tells me there's a little bit of something that's it's not a full 100%. If anything, this looks good on paper. It looks good from the outside in. Oh, the Usos is back, but I don't think it's fully committed. That's because I feel like Jay is in the tag title, but I don't think it's really fully committed. I think Jay still has some lingering uh things that are going to be like expressed out, especially against everything. I'm talking about he's going to take it out on everybody. Jimmy, he's going to take it out on probably Roman. He's going to take it out on everybody. You know, if I was to say, it's like a Raven moment. What about me? What about Jay? What about Uso? Huh? It ain't all Yeet. So I think if anything, Jay might, take the Yeet persona. I know man, we said this earlier last year, early in the year, the Yeet wave, that might come to an end. And that's the biggest thing that you're gonna do. Like, is they gonna turn the biggest ovation, the biggest pop, the biggest crowd interaction, the Yeet? Is Jay gonna take that turn away from that? Is that the big challenge to turn? Like, okay, everyone, we love you, Jay. We rode with you. We took you all the way to WrestleMania. We took that. We congratulated you as you won that.
Facts.
What can you do now if you're going to take the Yeet? We're gonna hate it, and we're gonna really hate you, but we're gonna love this angle that you're gonna do. What is that gonna be? Can Jay really take away the Yeet, and that way that we can see this, like, the crash out when it does, the spaz? Is it really going to be something that's we're gonna remember a lot more than the Yeet? That's the big thing. That's the challenge I think that's gonna be brewing up for Jay. When he turns, he's gonna say F Yeet. It ain't no more of that. When he says fuck the Yeet, what's gonna come? And I think that's gonna come when he finally just spazzes out.
So you see potentially what Jay crashing out on Jimmy, and like this ain't a full tag team.
It's not. He's gonna
reunion.
Yeah, he's with it, but it's not fully committed. He's gonna just crash on Jay. Crash on Jimmy, crash on everybody. And I think it's gonna happen at the moment where he's been getting it right at the end. He's been in the, right there, the contenders match, almost facing Gunther. Is that like one last second? If they do get the tag titles, they get into that match, but they lose it by one thing. They lose it by just a fraction. Either Jay made a mistake, Jay takes the pin. That's what happens. That's what we're gonna probably see the crash out happen.
Okay.
And I don't hate that.
Be valid.
Sign me up.
I don't hate that.
I'm just like, hey, if from a company standpoint, if they look at Jay Uso as like a guy, as a baby face that sells merch, that sells the t-shirts and this glasses and this and that, like, all right, we're gonna turn him,
baby.
Yeah, we're gonna turn him. That's gonna affect, like, you're catering to a younger audience when it comes to Jay Uso with the entrance by itself. So what? I turn heel, then I come outside, and I'm the only one eating to myself, and everybody's like, "Nah, fuck that shit. I'm not supporting no more. We're not no more Yeet." You know what I'm saying? So does the music change? Does the persona change?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But now you flip it. Before it was Jimmy as the bad guy, Jay was the good guy. Now 2 years later, they could run it back, but now Jay is the bad guy. Jimmy's the good guy. Like, at some point you need something for Jimmy as well. Like, not just always Jay, but like Noob's point, they feel like the Jay as a single star has ran its course, I would say, for the time being, because last week was the straw that broke the camel's back when he crashed out on all the fucking Prime bottles. So, all right, I'm just, as long as you explain to me, Jay Uso, why did you crash out last week? Like, I know they had the interview last week. He's walking by saying that everything might look better on Roman, but like, is that a full explanation? Like, yo, what was going through your mind when you lost that match? Like, why are we here? Did you crash out, call Jimmy, say, yo, I can't do this shit no more? Yo, let's run it back. give me the story to it. Don't just pop up and we good. You know, that's all I'm saying. Just to add an extra layer, because like to Kenny's point, I don't think this is like a full. Yeah, we back together. There's gonna be something, and obviously, I think Jay is gonna be the one to be like, nah, fuck that shit, I'm out. So
Yeah, I don't know. On my bad.
No, I said so be it. You know.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of like, okay, we get a little bit of a flip, right? Like now Jimmy's gonna get a singles run. But only if I think you said, Kenny, like somehow they fail to even win as a tag team. Like they don't even look like the Usos anymore.
And
you know what I mean? Because
do it. That's how you do it.
Right. Like, oh wow, they can't even win now. So then now, fuck it. Now his crash out's even bigger. Turns on his brother, and then we kind of reinvent him. The hard part is on the like outside of creative part of like kind of what you were talking about, Randy, where it's like, but the merch. Like if you look at it, are we talking TKO? Hunter and them, they would have done that. They know that. They're true wrestlers, right? But they got bosses they gotta deal with too. And this TKO, and TKO is about putting money in pockets. You feel me? So like right now, Jey Uso is a cash cow. How many times you seen somebody get to do this?
Yeah.
And that's all it takes, and the stadium goes crazy. And the ratings go up, and they sell more merch because people then, after he does his second entrance, go and get another t-shirt. Yeah. Like the guy is like, he's this generation's your guy, Randy. He's Ultimate Warrior that can actually wrestle. You know what I mean? Like he's all energy, he's all like charisma, he's all like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he does a couple super kicks, like, you know what I mean, does his entrance, and everybody goes mad. And every generation has their guy. I think that's a little bit like that. The high energy, high octane. Yeah. That's what he's about. You know what I'm saying? He is this generation, right? The character. And he is for sure now the guy that like the kids love. I think on his heels, Javon Evans is coming. I don't know how much y'all guys have got a chance to watch him, but the kids fucking love him. He's next in that regard. And I don't mean to, you know, we can talk about that in a second, but the point is, I love the idea of like, if they flip him, it has to be out of that. It has to be out of like, well, the Usos couldn't even get it done as the Usos. So now, you know, Jay loses it and then he goes heel. I don't know how long the company would allow him to go heel for all the reasons Randy pointed out. Like they got to sell some merch. They got to move, you know, they got to put asses in seats. And Jay is one of those guys. And everybody knows that. So if they did it creatively, if anything, it could be on some like, you know, his comeback would be, you know, as a face would be even bigger. You know what I mean? Just so it doesn't grow stale. That could be the only thing I could think of to do that.
Yeah, because I feel like they're gonna get a tag team title shot, either a regular tag team or a triple threat. You see New Day involved. You see AJ and Dragon Lee, and I think they're gonna go for a tag title match. They're not gonna win. Then you start seeing everything spiral out of proportion. Where like you said, Jay's gonna blame Jimmy. It's like the Bret Hart Owen Hart when they first started. Like the younger brother feels like, oh, I lost because of him. I mean, he's jealous. And he gets everything, and then Owen just fucking kicks Bret and like, nah, I'm done with this shit, bro. It's over. Then you build to Owen and Bret at WrestleMania. Now, I really think they would want to redo the WrestleMania 40 match over again if they had it to do it. If they can do it all over again, they would do it all over again, because one, the timing was off, just the vibe wasn't there. They both said it, like, yeah, I don't know, but if we can do it again, now this is probably an opportunity to run it back. Would you be opposed to let's say Jay and Jimmy go at it one-on-one again at Mania? Would you be opposed to that?
Yes.
If Jay is the heel and Jimmy is the good guy.
I don't want to see that again, man. Look, I love both of them. I love them as Usos. I love them even individually.
Even if Jay's the bad guy.
You want me to be frank?
Yeah.
Their skill sets are too similar. They're good on the mic and energy spots. They're not Roman Reigns. You know what I'm trying to say? Like there wouldn't be like this incredible promo situation unless they get super. The one time that it does make sense when it's the two of them talking shit to each other is when they just draw out that emotion of like, oh, you betrayed me. I like that, but they're not legendary talkers. You know what I mean? So like, I just don't know what we would get out of it. Now, if nothing else, it'd be, I guess, good for them on some like, okay, we don't have a clunker of a match because we're a little rushed or whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, we're good. You know what I'm saying? They did it. Let's move on. I don't want to see, and definitely not at Mania. I really don't want to see that. Please.
He ain't lying.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? I love the Usos. And I love them as the Usos. They're incredible. I started this whole conversation with like, yo, they're a top 10, tag team of all time already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They in the hall already. You know what I'm saying? Like they are that. But I don't want a match between the two of them. Like that.
He ain't lying.
Ever since they turned heel, the New Day, they haven't been tag champions since as being heels, right?
They won at Mania. They beat the War Raiders. They won at WrestleMania.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just trying to see, like, all right, so if the Usos don't need it, does the New Day need it? But no, let AJ and Dragon Lee rock out.
But I feel like they're gonna.
Like, I'm surprised. Are we never gonna get Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker going for the tag titles, or just like no, they said fuck that shit.
Well, that changed when Seth got injured. If Seth didn't get injured, they would have probably took the titles.
That's why you on the show, bro. JJ, is LA Knight getting buried because of the sign, or are they giving him a Christmas break?
What sign?
Maybe he celebrates Hanukkah.
It was a sign. He was walking to the ring. Someone put a sign in front of him. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he tore it or whatever, but it said LA Knight. I think it was a good.
It was a good,
a positive sign, but it said LA Knight should be champion, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They quickly like blocked it or changed the camera angle, and I think it's been going on before that. I just either they just don't know what to do with him right now because there's so many obstacles,
so much talent.
And we're gonna write you off, and we're gonna figure this shit out after the new year, and then find a new plan for LA Knight. I think. Like you mentioned earlier, an hour ago, King of the Ring and like Money in the Bank. The sign said, JJ. The sign said we want LA Knight, not Uso. I mean,
yeah, Jey Uso to win.
I mean, he still won the match.
Yeah, we see worse signs all the time. I mean, there was a sign that we don't got to say what it was, but there was a sign that said something about Brock. It didn't say Brock's name, but it very much mentioned it. We knew what he was talking about. Like, even modern, like we see, and historically, we've seen crazier signs. Like, I don't think the sign had anything to do with it. It's interesting though. Like, there's this like device in movies, right? Like, whenever you see a character drinking milk, they're actually like a bad person. Like, they actually are like the evil
villain.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the No Country of Old Men?
I mean, just watch any movie. If they're drinking milk, like Highlander, the character like loves milk. Like, what's the Inglourious Bastards? He drinks milk. Like, it's a thing. I feel like the same thing goes for whenever we see a car spot now in WWE. Like, oh wait, somebody's getting put through a car. They're taking a little hiatus. You know what I mean?
Like, fuck up that rental. Back to Avis with that bullshit.
Right. Yeah. They're driving that car back to wherever they're from for a little
airport.
Yeah, right. Like, it's kind of funny, but as soon as you see a car spot, you're just like, oh damn. Well,
so
here they go.
Just to make sure we take care of it. In the event, I should be good for Friday at the SmackDown if you guys are around. If not, then we might just get into the Saturday night main event of it all. We mentioned Oba and Cody Rhodes earlier on. I think if you ask me, excuse me, who wins or what happened, I think the Drew McIntyre has to play a role in this match. Now, does that mean Cody takes a clean pin against Oba, which I doubt? Because I'm like, why would Oba get the W over Cody, but not Drew McIntyre when he fought him 4 times? At some point in time, Drew and Cody got to go at it again. And I think Drew should take the strap off of Cody. If they still want Cody to be champ at WrestleMania, You got to do this thing at, I don't think on Saturday. It's got to be like a fucking Royal Rumble. Drew can win it, give it back at Chamber. Cody walks into WrestleMania as champion. Like it has to be. You can't have Drew McIntyre and Cody again, and he don't win. And then with the Oba, I think Oba can get the rub if he loses, but like by DQ because of an interference by Drew. Like you're not gonna pin Obafemi. You're not gonna make him submit night one of his main roster debut. But how does Cody Rhodes make him look strong? Like, damn, this guy's a fucking beast. So, like this, I don't think Cody loses. He ain't taking no. I think Drew plays a major role in that match. To what degree doesn't matter, as long as you run it back with Drew and Cody one more time for Drew to be a champ for like a month or something, because I still don't feel like they're gonna have Cody lose a second WrestleMania in Vegas back to back. So that's not happening. So I think Cody wins via like DQ or something, because of Drew. But I think a strong showing for Oba, is gonna happen.
Drew just got to win the title. If we're going to have a part 3, Drew's got to take the title off of Cody. We cannot have all 3 of these encounters and Drew does not win it. It will really just, it's just real. I feel like it's just, you're just giving us a slap in the face and insulting us at this point.
Can I walk with your hypothetical real quick, Randy?
I think I going to say walk with Elias.
Can we walk
with Terrence?
Oh yeah, I do want. Yeah, Noob. I want to get to that before we wrap up. Have Obafemi get the W. Yeah, what W we talking about?
Well, here's where I'm going with it. Right. I think we kind of already said Oba has to have a strong showing because we know that it's inevitable that we move him up to the main roster, and that's probably gonna happen real soon. Right. I like the idea of like, oh, maybe Oba has Cody on the ropes, and in walks, interferes. Just said it. Drew McIntyre. Yeah. In interference from Drew McIntyre, and then like Cody keeps the belt. Well, he was gonna keep it, whatever, because it was not title, but Cody doesn't lose, right? And it then becomes like a stare down situation between Oba and Drew McIntyre. Now you got 2 giants, 2 bruisers, and that I feel like that's an even better way. You know what I mean? Because Oba looks at it like, well, I'm champion here. I can easily be champion, and if you cost me the opportunity to prove that, you know what I mean, to get the pin, and then we have him, and we have Drew, Oba and Drew getting it shaken, and that's how we bring him into the fold in terms of the main roster. Because I very much believe that they're going to drop the belt to Javon Evans in NXT. That's supposed to be the match. So I feel like that's an easy way to do it. Everybody kind of comes out the winner. Oba drops the belt to Javon. Oba moves up to the main roster. We get a little series between him and Drew. Drew wins. You know what I mean? Like, but the 2 of them, we put them immediately in that conversation. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but it feels like, and also keep me honest here, it feels like most of the conversation in terms of like who can actually be champion is in the gold belt tier. There's not a lot of conversation around, well, who can actually beat Cody. I know we feel like it's Roman and like there's a CM Punk kind of, but like he's got the gold belt. So it's like, other than Drew, who else is even in contention right now? And I feel like, having someone like an Obafemi come in with his stature and like his demeanor, and he's done nothing shy of prove where he is, right? Yeah, that he can actually like really, the guy can really wrestle. You know what I mean? And when you look at him, like he's believable. Put him in the ring with Cody. Let's see how he does. But would you hate to see him in the ring with Drew?
No.
Would you hate to see him in the ring with Roman?
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like we now have at least one other person who's believable in the Universal title space if we get him in immediately with Drew.
I mean, that could be your Mania match. Oba and Drew.
That oof.
I mean,
Uh,
if Drew is not champion at any point in time until WrestleMania, and like Terrence's story, you cost me and this and that, and you build towards that, then you can have Oba and Drew for WrestleMania. So because you got to get Drew to win, or you got to get Drew away from Cody Rhodes. And to get him away from Cody Rhodes, you add another big specimen type of fucking guy. Oh, you know what? We on the same level. I know I might be young NXT champion, but we gonna scrap. So the Oba and Drew could be fire.
and they both from over the water too. They both from out the states, so that's gonna be something too.
I'm like salivating, dreaming of the idea of one day Carmelo Hayes and Oba Femi going at it. Have we ever had two black wrestlers as two black male wrestlers as the main event for WrestleMania?
No. Two
Wait.
African American.
Two black males.
Oh, males. Never mind.
Male.
I know we've had the women.
Not
I
beyond.
don't think we've ever had two black men be the main event card for any night in history. Nothing.
Nope.
So imagine down
like
the line.
Main roster, not NXT, right? So what main
No.
roster?
They've done the NXT thing mad time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about main roster, WWE, not developmental, nothing. I'm talking about
nope.
Nah.
That would be, think about that. Even for the gold belt, it'd be awesome.
Whatever belt, that shit would be fine.
I mean, sure. But I'm thinking like imagine Oba Femi versus Carmelo Hayes in the next 3 years for the gold belt or for the Universal. Yeah. Probably not the Universal. I don't see those guys retiring in 3 years. But you feel me? Like,
yeah,
I'd love to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see it. It would make up for not shouting out Black History Month, Trips. So I hope you're listening. I hope you're watching. Yeah,
it happens on February.
Right. Every February. It's every February. In case you forgot.
Every day.
It will be happening again this February.
365. Don't say it's going to happen February 29th.
Yo,
no.
It's coming back. So, in case you guys just forgot last time, we got another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
On that note, two more things. Well, let's finish up Saturday main event. Obviously, we all have Gunther beating John Cena.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
AJ and Dragon Lee against Javon Evans and Leon Slater.
Real quick, are any of the titles on?
Nope.
No.
It just everything's non-title.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they win. But that match is probably going to be the match of the night.
The tag match.
Yeah.
And then Bailey and Sol Ruka.
I think that's going to be a pretty good match. Recently, Bailey, for this last weekend, she held a 3-day seminar.
That's right.
She held a 3-day seminar for any amateur wrestlers that want to, learn business and help work on their craft. One person that was in there was Nikki Blackheart, working in the Indies wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So all I can say is, and if you watched her interview with Undertaker, Bailey really is like someone that's really important to this business.
Yeah.
And she's willing to work with any young talent that wants to build and help to improve their craft and get into be better themselves, because she sees it with herself. Like, she's given a lot. She feels like, I've given a lot to this company and I want to make whoever this next person is, their dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
He has that same motivation like Cena, leave it the best it is and leave it for the next generation. So
yeah,
that match is going to be, I think that's going to be really good. Sol Ruka NXT, if you haven't watched it, that girl's phenomenal. Her with someone like Bailey that works with Lyra, Roxanne, that's going to be a pretty good match. I think that match can go either way. It's just going to be pretty good. Young talent working with an experienced talent to help get over and just expose.
So I think Gunther, main roster, W. AJ and Dragon Lee, main roster, W. I think So Ruka beats Bailey to get the NXT, one in the win column. Then the Obafemi and Cody Rhodes is kind of a toss up. So, do I see NXT winning all these matches? No, I think the one match I think is on their side is the Bailey So Ruka match, which I wouldn't be upset about. And plus, your point about Bailey with this, I saw that. I think Cena pulled up to talk to the people. He was there like all day. I think
for 8 hours.
Natty was doing something with the dungeon, and her people and Cena pulled up to that. He just been like just trying to share the knowledge and the wealth, and pass it forward. Like I've been seeing that all weekend, which is really dope. So congrats to everybody on that. But yeah, that Saturday main event as of right now, 4 matches. Could they add one more? I would like it to be one more because 4 matches is like, the fuck are we doing? Come on, bro. You can't put one more match, bro, on a platform that you don't gotta kill the time right away. You can stay on all night if you want it.
I was gonna watch anyway, but I'm gonna definitely be paying attention tomorrow to NXT just to see if they're like, okay, they announced that we get one more match. My guess is the guy whose name you say and he appears, Joe Hendry. That's like I would imagine that Joe Hendry gets added. I don't know. I just have a feeling
Joe
he's the one.
Something.
Yeah, like I know Cena really likes him. So I could see him adding him to, like, now who he gets from the main roster, who knows? But I could see him getting added.
Or like Noob said, you put the women's tag title match, all that with Alexa, Charlotte, Raquel, Roxanne, and then it's, the Kabuki Warriors and Lash and Nia Jackson. What's I'm missing? Rhea and Io.
I say this. We got all this. Hey, gentlemen, let me ask y'all this. The fact that we got all these great women in the tag team picture, Bailey, Lyra, Rhea, Io, Charlotte, Lexi, Nia, Lash, and the Kabukis. Am I missing somebody?
I don't know, bro. You sound like DMX in that song, naming all these girls.
But my point is, though, do you feel like we're hey, X was right, man. RIP to X. Right. But I want to say this, gentlemen. Do you feel like we're seeing all these great, outstanding superstar women in the tag team picture because there's not enough room to put them all in a singles competition? So we probably put them all together, like work together, and you put them into like a big tag team circuit. That way they will work together. It highlights and showcases them all without showing no one to be selfish or take the spotlight from everyone.
I'll be quick. I think they're putting them together to maybe see what can be built out of if they all don't have stories or direction right now. Let's put them all together, see what happens, and you might form something out of that. So let's say, for example, you can get Charlotte and Alexa out of that because let's say they don't get along and they just go away from each other. One turns heel. Oh, Charlotte and Alexa. All right, now you go over here. Rhea and Io and Asuka. The noob has been wanting for months. Maybe you start getting the Io and Asuka match, and they get away from the tag title scene, and everybody else starts splitting. Story here, maybe, but that's all I really got. Maybe they put together and just make something happen, and boom! All right, now we start separating you guys to build some more stories.
You know what? Honestly, I think it's a little bit of the opposite. I think it's if you look at what they're doing with the singles titles, right? Like they're trying to build Jade, they're trying to build Stephanie, they're trying to push the younger generation, and I think that it's not because they don't have anything to do with the Nias and the Charlottes and Rhea is as over as anyone's ever been in the company, right? Like, but she's in this, right? Io as well. I think that they're putting them there to like give a little bit of runway for Steph and for help me out here. I can't think of Jade, right? Like a little bit of runway for Jade and Steph and Maxine. Like now that when you think about it, it's like, oh, okay, let's give them an opportunity to like build their stories, and you know what I mean, and like slow cook it. You know what I'm saying? Like crock pot it, if you will. And but we'll keep like our talent that everybody knows and loves and respects. Like I feel like the women's tag team scene needed a little bit of a boost. I think both. I've said this a lot, which could also be a reason, you know, not to circle back, right? Like why the Usos got back together. It's because the tag team scenes, as great as all of the individual belts, you know, every tier has been, you know, even down to like the US title with Chelsea, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Chelsea Green. As great as they've been, the tag teams just have been lackluster. They haven't really been cooking like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think now, you know, you have people who are generational talents. You have people who are talkers. You have people who can have incredible matches with each other. And one of my favorite segments of the year was when everybody just had smoke. Last year, in the women's, last week in the tag, what was like that tag segment? Was that Raw or was that
Raw?
That was Raw, right? When everybody at the end just came out and just was like, I don't care whether we heels or faces, we want the gold. And everybody just went at each other. I love that. It was so awesome. It was one of the most entertainment segments of the year. So I think that they can do that, right? Let them do that. Let them anchor and let the other girls, you know, let them build. You know what I'm saying? Let Maxine, let Maxine, help me out, but Stephanie, let Jade, let them all build, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like by the time their runs are over, like we know Rhea is gonna come back, you know what I mean? Like and be champion. We know that. We know Io is most likely not done being champion. Like Nia, you know what I mean? But you know, that's what I see it. So I'm all for it.
All right. Let me try to land this plane. A few more new, but the only story that occurred right now on Raw is the Asuka and Io. Everyone else is getting involved in the women's tag team division is because of Asuka's public enemy number one. That's right. Also, breaking news. John Cena has announced he signed a 5-year contract with the WWE as an ambassador. So it is we're getting there. He's no more in-ring competition for John Cena. Gonna play the ambassador role, still shed his light on wisdom on these people. Hey, listen, John Cena is building some sort of card on his own for Saturday. So get the young people involved and get some nice, interesting stories for Saturday Night Main Event. Looking forward to see how John, you know, what he can still apply for the company. My last point would be, I don't know if you saw it, but the second vignette of the Maxine in the dungeon with Natty.
Yeah.
You know, last week was more Natty putting her in that position where, like, yo, bro, if you come to the dungeon, the shit ain't gonna be all fucking rainbows and all that kind of stuff. This ain't Gold's Gym. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come down here, we're gonna fight, we're gonna scrap. You know, she mentioned like no AC when it's cold and when it's hot and no heat when it's cold. It's like this is what you signed up for. And they're showing the vignette of Maxine this time putting the ankle lock on like 4 or 5 people, and she going boom next. Who's next? Boom again. Next. So then like Natty says, "Yo, I'm next. Put it on me." And they start scrapping. They start whatever. And then Maxine puts the hold on Natty. And then everybody she had to hold on tapped out. So you saw Natty tap out. And then Maxine was like, "Yo, again." So now she's getting into the role like, all right, I'm getting this down packed. I'm gonna be a different person. This is gonna make or break me as a women's intercontinental champion. see what opponents I get in the future. And obviously down the road, you are going to get the teacher versus the student with Natty and Maxine, but she's getting prepared in probably the most fucking unique mystique venues or places is the fucking dungeon. So that second vignette tonight was dope. Um, don't know how many more we have in store, but I think the first two was seeing the new evolution of the Maxine Dupree character, also the Natty character that we saw in Bloodsport, we saw NWA, and now it's making its way to Raw on the main E television. You know, so it's only a matter of time they're both going to be seen together on TV. But I love the vignettes. It's something new, it's different. As they portraying it. So just want to shout out Natty and Maxine for that. Did y'all see it? Did y'all like it or?
I did. I saw it. I was just waiting. I'm liking how we really, with Maxine, they're showing Maxine getting the push, but I like how we're really seeing the different role of Natty. Natalia's like role switch.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the whole real role of Natty. Like everyone's heard about it, but now we're like really going into the deep dive. We're going into the crossover. And this is also the push for Maxine. Like we're waiting. Now we want to see her when she comes out. Yo, it's no thank you. It's no glitz and glamour, no colorful orange, no Otis, Tozawa. Yo, I'm going out there and I'm delivering left and rights and lefts. I'm about these. I'm about this action like right now. So I'm interested to see when she comes back, and I know she's probably going to face Irie now. So I just looking forward to when that happens.
Yeah, because they're lining up for her. Go ahead, T.
Oh no, please. I want to hear your thought.
No, I was just gonna say the competition is lining up for Maxine. You might as well take it away and wrap up with this. No, not that one. It seems like Raquel Rodriguez got a score to settle with Steph, whereas Liv, she just came back and now she's going after the women's tag titles. And he saw her face when Raquel was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get my match and championship match," and I didn't know that. How can you need to tell nobody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Liv wants her title back too. So now you're creating this small dissension. Like, hey, what you doing, bro? Like, you going for the same thing I'm going? Like, come on, what we doing here?
Well,
so now you see the face, like she's gonna be jealous of Raquel just trying to get a championship match, but now she's gonna put herself in the tag title division with Roxanne, and it look like Roxanne don't want Liv around anyway. So it's a tough spot for Liv to be in right now.
No, I'm definitely interested. To the Maxine Natty part, I'm just a little. I'm a little curious to see if Maxine can pull off being like a real tough badass. I don't know if that's. Yeah, she could train hard, but I don't know if I believe that she's gonna be this blood sport, like savage, like ankle lock. Like I don't know.
Just now like Shamrock right out the
like, and I'm just like I don't know if that's her. I get it. We got enough acrobats, you know what I'm saying? So like maybe we got to do something different with her, and like they're probably making her like go away from her, say like girly appeal, but I don't know if I believe that she's ready to like take bumps like Chelsea does. You feel me? Like I just don't know if that's her. But let's see. You know what I'm saying? Like now when it comes to Natty, I think we all were waiting to see like, okay, cool. Like, are they gonna let her be Natty? You know what I mean? Like
they should
WWE, like, and it looks like they are, to your point, right? Like that's the person that's training her. So that's the character evolution that I hope we get. Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm a little bit confused in even with that, like I understand the pairing of like, if you really gotta get tough, this is who you work with. I'm just curious how they package it once they both hit the ring next. Will they be tag teams? Will it be like Natty's in her corner? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm curious to see.
Yeah, it's just like
oh no, what you said?
No, it's just like how long is Natty gonna be like in the corner, like the trainer and the teacher?
Yeah.
And then how long until you say, all right, now it's time to put her in the ring with Maxine? Like just the time frame of it. So that's it.
Yeah. And I mean, who knows? Maybe it's like a situation where it's like, you know, like a Piper Brett, if you will. Like, yo, it is a passing of the torch. You were able to beat me. You know, you guys remember that the Intercontinental match, I think it was like SummerSlam. You know, like obviously, but that was like
8. Yeah,
that was like it was it WrestleMania or was it SummerSlam?
WrestleMania 8.
Ah, okay, yes. But you know what I'm talking about. Like that was like that moment that kind of really made Brett, where it's like, oh no, he's believable now as like, you know, this character that that is really deadly in the ring. And I feel like maybe we get that with Maxine and Natty at some point. As long as, you know, it looks believable. Let's see. And in terms of Liv, Raquel, and
Steph.
No, Liv, Raquel, and she's also on Judgment Day. I can't think of her name. Roxanne. Yeah, sorry. In terms of the three of them, it was interesting to see, like, you know, Raquel come back and be like, well, I didn't know I had to check in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like, you
know, but I do want to see her and Stephanie go at it. Like, I think, you know, like it's
so how does Nikki play? How does Nikki get involved? How does Nikki?
Say it again?
What role does Nikki? Because she came out, you know me, I'm all for it. I'm all for Nikki. One more run. We love Nikki Bella on the show.
Yep.
I thought, hey, maybe she'd probably get one more, and they might flip it for a hot second and give it back. But now Raquel comes out, she blasted Nikki, like, yo, get out the way. And I want Steph all to myself. So now it's like, all right, Steph, Nikki, Raquel are in this mix. Nikki was trying to demand a rematch, you know, but it could be Raquel, it could be Big Mommy Cool. Like, again, it's just a matter of when these are going to happen, because Steph has been not fighting as much on Raw. They give her the talking segments, not really featuring her like that. I guess when it comes to her, Jade and Chelsea is like, we want to see more of them have their titles defended on a PLE on a Saturday main event. We're not getting those, so just, you know, like a tough spot. But, you know, I think Raquel going for it is cool. Nikki's going for it is cool. Liv, I don't think she goes for it now. She wants to win the Rumble, all that kind of stuff. So I'm cool with if it's Raquel and Liv at a Mania for the strap, and then I'm good.
I don't know. I feel like Roxanne and Liv, they're almost gonna form their own Natty Maxine kind of dynamic. You know what I mean? Like a mentor mentee. And theirs almost makes a little bit more sense, right? Like they got a similar stature, got a similar skill set. They're obviously in the same faction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like the two of them, they both pull off a little bit of that like Weasley conniving, you know, oh, you weren't looking, so now we're gonna cheat aspect. So I kind of like them together. And I want to see where they go. And to your earlier point, Kenny, like the women's division is filled with all the legends and the stars anyway.
Yeah.
Throwing them in the mix, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't hate that. I think that would be really fun. And it's an easy way to kind of like ease Liv back into the picture, right? Like, and not throw her immediately into like, oh, okay, well, you have to go after Jade, which I guess wouldn't make a lot of sense, or you have to go after, you know, Stephanie right away. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like it. So let's see what happens.
On that note, we kind of covered everything from a Raw perspective, SmackDown, Saturday main event. I think we would all be available on Friday night after SmackDown. If not, we'll figure it out. So we kind of gave you guys the Saturday main event preview. Again, thank you to the 265 people who tapped in at some point in time throughout the show tonight. Again, follow us on all social media platforms at Cowabunga_K_E_N, at Lower East Scribe, at Randy J Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. podcast can be found on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music, and most importantly, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show us some love and support for your boys on the program. As I mentioned, we should be back Friday night following SmackDown. Still working on something very big for you guys to be taken care of this week and maybe put out next week. The only hint I'm going to give is this person's name was mentioned on the show at some point in time in the hour and a half. So yeah, there's a lot of names mentioned. So you figured that part out. But when it's all said and done, it should be good. Should be dope. I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. So yeah, put the notifications on the YouTube. That should be happening sometime next week. So from Randy Cruz, Kenny Ho, Terrence Watson should be back Friday night after SmackDown, and then also after Saturday night main event on Peacock on Saturday. So we got a nice little double header to look forward to. That's pretty much it, right, fellas?
Yep.
Yeah, the last time was Saturday. Shout out to John Cena, man.
That's right.
What a legend.
The GOAT. You know what I mean?
The
never seen 17. You heard?
Yo.
All right, y'all. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.